It's a More Than a Badge campaign, and it kicks off this weekend in a big way. Mom's Day and all that. We have a police mom with us right now. Esther Scott joins us on Daytime Ottawa. How are you, Esther?
I'm very well, thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Wonderful to have you.
On behalf of my son and the Police Association.
We're going to be talking about your son and the amazing things that he, being a part of the Police Association. I think that's wonderful. Being a mom, it's got to be stressful sometimes, though, because you love your kids. So first of all, tell us about your son.
Oh, my son was a very, very charming, lovely young boy. He was always very, very active. Yeah. So having said that, he ended up in teenage years being in the Air Force Cadets, and then he ventured on to the military. And he was in Bosnia and Kosovo. And from there, he decided that he wanted to stay home, start a family, and he joined the Ottawa Police Force. Okay. And has been there for 16 years now. 16 years. And enjoys it immensely.
Pretty rewarding career, as we found out earlier on with a couple of the members of the Ottawa Police Service with us. As Police Week also kicks off this week as well, which is exceptional. So the More Than a Badge campaign, you've been asked to be a representative.
Yes, all the moms are getting together to tell their story, because who better to know about their sons and daughters but the mother. Mm-hmm. We have a sense of feeling of what they're going through rather than other people.
Okay.
Because they don't tell you their stories. You have to feel them. And with my son, I'm so proud of him because he's got such a courage to go where you and I don't want to go. Mm-hmm. He's got strength of body and mind that takes him beyond the day to reach all the tribulations and stuff that happen in the day. And he also, it's like a roller coaster at the end of his day, and he has to make these decisions, these split-second decisions that can be eventful in many, many lives.
It's got to be a little scary.
Yes, it is, because I mean that split-second decision could be life or death. Mm-hmm. And you and I don't have to make these.
No.
We have time to think things over, to discuss them, but they don't. Mm-hmm. It has to be that way. And, at the end of the day, I can give you an example. There was one day he was working his day shift, and about 3:30 in the afternoon, I don't know if you heard about it, it was a couple of weeks ago, there was a stabbing on Montreal Road, one of our busy areas. Mm-hmm. And Corey was called out. And needlessly say, he's approached the victim, and the victim was bleeding. It was a very, very horror story.
Yeah, of course.
And what he had to do at that time was take over and get some witnesses involved.
Okay.
At the end of that day, he was finished with all his paperwork, etc. He ended up having to go and pick up his two children. He had a little girl who he wanted to read books with because she was behind in her homework, and a son that he wanted to bring to an activity. He had to turn that off. You tell me, it's very, very difficult for me to not be passionate about the fact that our sons and daughters are out there trying to protect you and me and make us safe. Mm-hmm. And yet their mental health is being challenged with having to live this roller coaster emotional turmoil.
So are we asking people then to go online? Because I see it's hashtag More Than a Badge.
We are. Where anyone that's interested in this are asked to go online to the any of the Ontario Police Women's Mothers group.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook as well.
Of course. Yeah.
Facebook.com.
Okay. And you brought actually some photos or some pictures that you just
Yes, I do have some photos. I've got photos of Corey when he was in Bosnia.
Yeah.
This is one.
Serving for us over there. That's incredible.
Yes, and he was in, as I said, Bosnia and Kosovo.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. And
then we did receive from the military, I thought it was very, very nice. It's presented to myself, Esther, and my husband, Jim, in recognition of unwavering and outstanding support dedicated and love to Corporal McNeil.
That's exceptional.
Through that time.
That's exceptional.
That was really, really passionate in our lives.
So what does it mean for you that they launched this, especially on Mother's Day, that they've launched this campaign?
It's just an excuse. It was just a time. It just happened that they started it about 3 months ago, and all the mothers getting together, and they said, what would we want for Mother's Day? And what we do want is to have our sons and daughters shown as human beings within their job. It's hard to visualize sometimes what they are having to do day in and day out. I would really like to see for my Mother's Day gift that the communities would not fear our police officers, that they would trust and support them.
Of course. And be as proud as a mother is.
Be as proud as Mom. And if I could just take what's in my heart and put it in theirs, then we would have no problem out there. Everyone would trust. And, their whole priority is to keep you safe and protected.
We've done an amazing job here today showing your love towards your son. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you.